Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming my June TBR, also my TBR for Whateverathon, aka Whatever You Want-a-thon, which is created and hosted by Maddie from Book Browsing blog. This readathon is on the basis that you can do whatever you want. You can pledge as many books as you want, you can read whatever you want, there is challenges but you don't have to do them, just do whatever you want. I will of course leave the link to information of the readathon down below if you want to check it out, so go and check it out obviously. My team is TBR Travelers and I'm hosting that with Pris from Pris Peruses and Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin. Very excited to be on the winning team and gonna read loads, just very excited. So one note is that normally I only read queer books for the month of June, but this month I am just gonna read kind of what fits the prompts, etc. So I'm gonna read a lot of queer books like in general, but like not all of them are gonna be queer. So that's a bit sad. I don't have enough queer books to fill in all the books. That's really why. So I'm just like going after a lot of reading goals I set to myself, a lot of like goals I just had throughout the year, plus just some fun books I want to read. So I think that's okay as well. And of course we have the bingo board. You don't have to do with the bingo board, but I'm doing it. You can have one book to fit for 3 prompts on the bingo board. It's been a ride. I truly have struggled filling this in. I literally restarted the board like 4 times trying to find out what to read because there's so many things I want to read but they need to fit in kind of perfectly. Since I'm trying to get as many points as possible for my team, I am trying to get the one book to fit 3 prompts every time I pick one. The challenges numbers are uneven. There is 7 books basically I need to read for every board, and then I started off with like filling in 4 boards and I was like, this is too much. So what I started out with is actually 2 full boards, but I'm gonna read more than that. But what I'm gonna fill the other boards with later will be up to me at the time. So what we're gonna do is just go through 2 boards and then I will try to explain my plan after that. As I am too lazy to put in a graphic for every book I put in, I will put a graphic in the end when I've gone through all the books so you see like the completed books I chosen for what. First 7 books. Starting off with Dødelig Fare, aka, what is the English title actually? This would be Dead to the World by Charlene Harris. This is the 4th book in the Saki Stackhouse series. It fits for the prompts a TBR-athon for me on a previous TBR because I literally been saying I've been reading this for years and years and years. So I said it many times I'm gonna read it, basically TBR my whole life, as well as to continue a series. Then I'm reading Docile by K.M. Sparsa. So this one fits for the color on the cover prompt, which is pink. So this one I also used the poll prompt for, so I posted a poll on Discord. Pink was the one I was voted for the most, so I used this for poll and color, as well as host fave, and this is Kristi's fave. So very excited. You don't need to read the fave for your hosts. You can read whatever fave you want. I did that. Very excited for it. It's also queer and I am very hyped. Then I'm reading Tell Me How It Ends by Valeria Lucielli. So this one is an essay in 40 questions. I'm reading this for challenge for a book for under 300 pages. I think this is like 112 or something. Different format because it is like kind of an essay non-fiction kind of thing, so it's not really the kind of format I usually read. And then also for less read genre because I don't read as much non-fiction, etc. So it fitted for all those challenges. Then I'm gonna read Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. This one is for favorite genre because it's a fantasy and fantasy is my favorite genre, as well as the challenge first letter, last letter. So this starts with an S and Tell Me How It Ends ended with an S. So this would be like my direct read after that. I will try to read all of these in like the order I have set them here because that makes the more sense to me. And this is Black Mermaids and I'm very excited for it. So yay. And this was the one book that only had 2 challenges to fit for it because there's one that always needs 2 and all the others would have 3. And then we have Machine Hood by S.B. Divaya. This one I'm also reading for something else, but obviously need to put it on my TBR then to make it easier for me. This one is for challenge recently hauled. I actually picked this off for my friend yesterday as I'm filming this because it was a birthday gift. So literally hauled it yesterday, very recently. This also is for the one-word title as well as a 2021 release. Don't know anything about it, but very excited for it nonetheless. I think it might be queer, but that might be also very wrong, so I'm not sure. Don't listen to me. Then my 6th book is A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. Also reading this for something else, but very excited. So I'm reading this for the Adventure Crust thing. It seems like they are a curse, assumingly going out for quest or adventure kind of thing. At least in middle grades, I just assumed there will be some kind of adventure. Also the middle grade prompt, obviously. And then also the GPS on the cover. So we have P, we have S, we have G. I was like, do they actually have G here? Have I failed? Because we are the GPS, you know, me, Person, and Gavin. And I love that we are the GPS in our initials. Because that's what you need when you travel. For my first bingo board, my last book is A Spindle Splintered. And this one I'm reading for the of A and in the cover. It starts with A. And then I'm also reading it for Portal Fantasy, because it is a Portal Fantasy. Apparently I only written it off for 2 challenges. That doesn't make any sense in my head. Have I said something wrong? Questioning all my decisions right now. Well, I will figure that out in editing. I will add another clip if I need. Going to my second bingo. Start off with Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This would be a TBR Whateverathon. On the previous TBR, because I actually should chose this out earlier in like series I want to finish this year. So it was on that TBR earlier this year. And then also GPS on the title. On the cover, I mean. So we have a G, we have a P, we have an S. It all fits. Trying to complete those reading challenges by actually doing it. Then we have King, Queens, and In-Betweens by Tanya Boteu. So this one is also for 12 Friends Recommend 12 Books challenge. It's also queer. Again, reading this recently haul. Literally was the other book I picked up from my friend yesterday. So it was as recently haul as Machine Hood. Literally the most recent haul books in my room right now. And then again for the color prompt and the poll prompt, I did them together. So in the poll I had different colors. So pink won, but the second place got blue. And then I'm reading this for blue as well as poll. So I'm using the same poll twice, but there's no rules against that. I'm using the same poll but just doing the second winner. This is so I didn't bother making a new poll every time, so I would just go downwards for like every time I'm gonna restart the board. But yeah, very blue. Fits really well. You know, do whatever you want. That's what I did. I did a simple thing for me that was possible. The next one is Summers as Castle Auburn, and this one I'm gonna just read on my Kindle because I'm just gonna do it. So I'm reading this for different formats because it will be on my Kindle while all these will be physical. So it is different format. It will be for first letter, last letter, because King, Queens, and In-Betweens ends on an S. This starts with an S, Summers, you know. And that seemed to be one that only had 2 challenges. So for the next one, now this one hasn't arrived yet either, but that is The Swordman's Layman. This one I'm reading for host fave. This is Cassidy's fave. Also reading it for Adventure Quest Story. I don't remember the synopsis anymore, but it seems like this person is going on a road or like doing something fantasy-ish. That's probably a quest, I'm not sure. I don't remember the synopsis anymore, but I'm sure it fits. And I'm also reading it for the and of a and challenge because it starts with that. Then I'm reading Redwall by Brian Jacques. This one is also for 12 Friends Recommend 12 Books challenge. Look, I'm getting the challenges done. That's what I was trying to do. So this one fits for a middle grade, a one-word title, and a less read genre, which is kind of like a bit of a cheat. But basically, it's a less read genre because it is a middle grade. It's less read compared to everything else. I do read middle grade less than everything else, even though I had another one here. I was just rolling with the vibe, okay? It's all good. I'm doing whatever I want, basically. So now with here one, I'm a bit unsure about should even be this soon on my TBR, and that is Anyway on the Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell. So I want to complete this trilogy in June. I'm not going to deny that, but I kind of did want to reread 1 and 2 before even getting to this. So this being so early kind of ruins my plans. I don't know why I put it in here without thinking, given that I need to audiobook the other ones before I get to this one at this point in the month. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we shall see. This would be at least for Portal Fantasy because I do travel into the magical world while being in our world, so I count that, as well as a favorite genre because it's a fantasy, and to continue a series because that's what it is. You know, I could switch this out with maybe a Way Way Children book because it fits for all those things, because this doesn't fit in when I'm gonna read it, I think. I will think on that, and you will see in my vlogs what I do. That was actually very smart. I just realized what challenge it was fit for and was like, doesn't fit in my reading plans. Then the 7th book and last book for the second bingo board I'm gonna complete is Bridge of Peace. by Daniel B. Green. This one is very short, as you can see. So I'm reading this for a book under 300 pages, as well as a 2021 release. Okay, I might be stupid, but I think this also has 2 prompts. So it makes sense that 2 books need 2 prompts, because then if you just have 1 book for 1 prompt, and the other has 3, so it made sense. I split it in 2 for each. That's what I did. I forgot. So this is obviously a really easy and short read. I have some in here. Need that for the month, you know, to get through. So you can see the general vibe I'm going for. Still reading quite a lot of queer books as well. I'm very excited for all those extra points for that. Overall though, I will probably read all of these within the first 2 weeks. On the 13th of June, I'm going on holiday. I'm going away for 2 weeks. So I won't be home with all my physical books. And of course, I'm still planning to read lots, but I can't bring 14 books because I'm going away for 14 days to holiday. That's like not doable. So I'm gonna like get a subscription or something to read a lot, but I don't know what's available on there. So that's why I'm not planning my TBR right now for that. I still have a lot of goals I want to get through, and I'm just trying to get as many on my TBR as possible, as well as a lot of other queer books I want to get to as well, because I might finish these early. Some of them are quite short, as you could see. Also need to read Master of One. This is the Face Gates pick for June. Very excited for it, even though I'm a bit skeptical as well. So these need to fit on the 3rd bingo board, I would say. I'm gonna fill in the prompts for it when I get there. And then also I need to read Nightfall, Keeper of Lost. It is 6, because that's where we're at in June, and I need to read it for the read along. So this also needs to fit in the bingo board. You know, it's already Hall's fave, continuous series, middle grade, adventure quest. It can fit for so many things. GPS on the cover, I think. Yes. I was like, can I spell? Who knows? And then, of course, I'm still reading manga and graphic novels between every second book, at least the books that are long. So that will also be more books. So I have like the next ones in line, I think. I'm actually not sure because it depends how many now I finish in May. So like Saga Volume 6, which I didn't get to initially in April was when I was supposed to read it. And then I will finish up maybe Promised Neverland, so that will be Volume 20. Continue Demon Slayer Volume 9. Actually starting this Toilet Bound Tanaka Kokun thing. Then Boys Run the Riot, which I know is queer. And then also Heartstopper, which obviously is queer, and I haven't read 3, and I also have 4, so I could read both of those. But I don't know how many I will actually get to, depending like on the amount of books I read. These will be probably the next ones. So yeah, there will be even more books. I am pledging, I think, 30 books. So in my head, I'm reading at least 1 book a day. And then like, if something happens and I make 30 books, I'm fine. I might try for 40, but I'm pledging 30 because I'm not sure where I will reach 40. I've never read 40 books in a month before, but we shall see. We shall see how many bingo boards I actually fill in. You get more points, you know, as many bingos as you get, as well as fulfilling many prompts for each book. You know, you can fulfill the prompts over and over, but you can only get the bingo once. So you can still get, you know, many points for a book, but staying on the same bingo board, you can get points for the prompts still. It's gonna be a ride. I'm very excited to win. I'm very excited for all the sprints. I hope this TBR made sense, even though it was a bit of a mess, because I'm still unsure what I'm doing, but I'm sure about at least like the first 13 books. Might switch anyway with blows and do audiobooks. You will see me soon in a video. I hope you're excited for Whateverathon. And yeah, you will see me soon. Leave a rainbow emoji down below if you enjoyed, and you will see me soon. I said that 3 times. Bye!